Many people can't understand what is happening to the earth at this present time. They have no idea that the earth is in its final stage and active labor has begun. 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 38 reads, As when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Verse 39, Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. A full-term pregnancy is about 40 weeks, broken down into 3 trimesters, each consisting of 3 months. The final trimester leads into active labor. Her water has broken as her contractions continue to increase in frequency and intensity. This marks an extremely distressing time period because as labor progresses, the pain intensifies. But at this time, it is more important now than ever for Israel to encourage one another to stay strong because our deliverance is nigh. Keeping each other motivated will give us strength to push through when it's time for delivery. As a woman's baby continues to grow in her womb, her skin begins to stretch, and many women begin to get stretch marks. What's interesting is that these stretch marks look much like the cracks being created from the earthquakes in the earth. This gives me a vision of Israel and how we have passed our due date. We have exceeded our 400 years of captivity. In some situations, if the mother or the baby is in dire stress, an immediate delivery is the only option. As it pertains to the emergency deliverance of Israel, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22 says, And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. The earth is at the end of her last trimester. She is in active labor, and her baby is past due. Her and her baby are in great distress, but her pains continue to increase and become more frequent. But until she brings forth her son, great pain of the plagues shall not slack, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon every side. Until the so-called black people, the true children of Israel, are delivered, the plagues will continue to come upon the earth. These are the birth pains. 2 Esdras, chapter 15, starting at verse 5. Behold, said Yahuwah, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly populated the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith Yahuwah, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Verse 9, And therefore, said Yahuwah, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Verse 11, But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Elohim shall bring upon it. Verse 14 says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. The heathens have not one clue as to why the earth is going through these birth pains. They call it global warming, climate change, and the works of the weather machine. They do not want to give the credit to our Elohim. But in verse 21, Yahuwah tells the heathens exactly why the earth is going through these plagues of birth pains. It reads, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus said Yahuwah Elohim. This means it's time for the big payback. Let's continue. He says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and had consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said Yahuwah. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary, for Yahuwah knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for Elohim shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. For the heathens there will be no escape, but for Yahuwah's chosen people, who keep his commandments, we are under his protection. To my fellow brothers and sisters, keep Yahuwah's commandments. Keep his holy feast days to the best of your ability. Stay prayed up. Stay vigilant. May Yahuwah bless you and keep you and your family safe in this dark time. And remember Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. He that endures until the end shall be saved. And until my next video, I say shalom.
Caiu Pinheiro, caiu Pinheiro. Caiu Pinheiro em cima do carro. Meu Deus. Coitado! É 193 de bombeiro. É bombeiro, eu acho melhor. Avisa que tem um prédio aqui, né? Na rua 1701. Era quase na rua 1701. O que aconteceu na viagem?
Acabou tudo, cara. Olha a nossa